and his pathway engaging in humor. His icebreaker, 4 to 6 minutes. The project title is Missed Opportunities and Found Passions. John Whitberg will be delivering his icebreaker. John has a background in hotel investments, but found himself taking on a much more than just finance in the hotel industry. Today, he will share how a series of missed opportunities led him down an unexpected path to a career he truly loves. Let's welcome with a big round of applause, John, please.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. When I was in high school, I had a friend, it was a mutual friend with my wife, and I didn't know it. She wanted to introduce us sometime in high school, and it never happened. It was one of those missed opportunities. We ended up meeting in college. She ended up being the neighbor of my best friend. And we met without any intervention from our mutual friend. It was pretty remarkable, and I didn't know at the time that would set the stage for so many things in my life. When I decided to move from Washington, D.C. to South Florida, after growing up here, we wanted to be close to our family as we grew our family. I wanted to move out of residential finance analytics and into commercial real estate. And in doing so, I had to decide what I wanted to do. But at the time, this was 2010, the bottom of the market, I had to find a job. And it was such that nobody in commercial real estate was hiring. I contacted every single developer I could possibly find, and it was impossible to find a job, so I became a broker, and I started selling apartments all over South Florida. And it was hard. It was really hard work. But it taught me to hustle. It taught me to do things that I never would have imagined I could do before, because I wasn't a salesperson at heart. I was an analytic person. Along the way, I was contacted by a recruiter who brought me in to meet a regional developer building a hotel brand. And I gave it some thought, and I knew the hotel because we had partied next to the hotel as a young group. It was the B-Ocean on Fort Lauderdale Beach. It's a remarkable hotel. They did a remarkable job renovating it and bringing it up from a shuttered box to this fancy lifestyle property. And I never would have expected to be in that position, because all my life, through my college and graduate school education, I was hoping to work in the hotel business. I wanted to be a night auditor because I could do that while I study and do the finances at the same time. So I took the job, and I got to travel all over the country to top 25 markets, looking at big hotels and resorts and putting deals together. It was a remarkable experience for me. Now, the problem I always had was I felt like a total outsider. I did not have the pedigree of a hotelier. I did not grow up in the operations business, and I didn't have the pedigree of an investor. I did not go to one of the big investment banks. I did not go to any kind of financial advisory training. I was an economist. I was an analyst. But what I realized is that growing up as a middle child, my older brother was dyslexic, my younger brother had ADHD, and my sister was the only girl. So I was left to become very independent and become a servant leader. I had to grab the attention however I could, and I did that through service. And that is what I discovered my love in the hospitality industry. Being a hospitality advisor through the years, I got to experience every piece of the hotel investment life cycle. From acquisitions, underwriting, to asset management, raising capital, and then the one thing that scared me the absolute most was accounting and operations. In my last venture, we had 8 hotels, and it was the past 2 years where it was impossible to find anybody to work in these hotels. And I had to become the operations leader and the finance leader. And it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. And it was also the best thing that could ever happen to me. I learned things by stretching my capabilities that I never would have imagined I'd be good at. And to me, that missed opportunity became something that I love and something that was so crucial for building this next phase of my life. As an outsider in this business, I have to display a certain track record that I didn't have before. And now that I have been through that tough crucible of running an operation, running a finance team, I feel confident that I can go to investors and to large hotels and provide them the service that they need and that they're looking for. So when I think about this again and how important it is to put yourself in positions of difficult or unexpected, unseen opportunities, I just think how much there is to grow and how well you can do as a result of it. So I encourage you all to do the same and put yourself in those positions, because you don't know until you get there. Mr. Toastmaster.